Ladies and gentlemen, firstly introducing to you the challenger. He's fighting out of the red corner, and he's from West Ham, East London. He's wearing the green and gold trunks, and brings to the ring an impressive, undefeated 21-fight record, 21 wins, 17 of them wins coming by the way of the big KO. Weighing in at 11 stone, 13 and 6 ounces, is the current undefeated WBO Intercontinental Super Middleweight Champion, Mark Delaney. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, would you please welcome the champion. He's from Newbridge. He's wearing the black trunks and brings an impressive 16-fight record with 16 wins and 15 KOs. He weighed in at 11 stone, 13 and 10 ounces. He's the undefeated British Super Middleweight Champion, Calzaghe.
Represented England. And Calzaghe, well, he won 3 ABA championships at 3 weights. Now, that's quite a performance. So here we go now. The southpaw from Wales, actually London-born, and the big local favourite, obviously, the hammer himself, Mark Delaney, both 24 years old. If it matters, Delaney's 3 months the older of the two.
Good right hand straight away, slightly left hand, good uppercut.
Oh dear, and he caught him on the floor almost, so he's back to the camera. This was almost like Nigel Benn and McClellan all over again, Jim, in the opening round.
That uppercut, Reggie, shook him straight away. You can see it stopped him in his tracks. He's holding and hitting, yeah, and I think Mark Delaney...
Oh, he was onto that. The referee did well there.
Delaney is still stunned, Reg, because he doesn't quite know what he's doing here. He should be grabbing on, he's just buying some precious time. But he's in serious trouble and he's doing the wrong things here.
He's never been on the deck, amateur or pro, he says.
He is
in trouble.
He's doing all the wrong things here, Reg. He's in serious trouble. He should be trying to survive, not punch back.
Just grab there, do a bit of a Bruno and hold on.
See that first left uppercut, it really shook him up badly and he hasn't really cleared his head since that.
He's had 9 in 1 round anyway, Calzaghe, but not opposition of this sort, really.
Calzaghe just a little bit wild now, and that's giving Delaney a chance just to get his thoughts together.
Oh, he's holding and hitting there,
again,
yeah, yes. Absolutely. The referee was onto that. Now, he'll deduct points from that. There's no judges, remember, in the British Championship.
Well, if Delaney can just tighten up now, he's through the worst of this. He's lost the round, Reg. He just wants to survive the round. Don't take any chances. Get back to his corner and try and get his head clear. Some ice on his neck.
Yeah, he's bleeding a bit somewhere, Jim, on the nose, I think, Delaney, but he's certainly a gutsy fighter. There's not many survive punches like that from Calzaghe in the opening round.
Calzaghe using up a lot of steam here. He should really be settling down. He knows that one punch can turn this around, but he's throwing an awful lot of leather. And if this fight goes into later stages, you can regret this type of action. He's just throwing too many punches. He wants to pick them here and try and get the job finished.
It's never been the quickest of starters, actually, the challenger here. But it's a question of getting over this opening round now. Really is going to make a difference. Oh, hands down now. It's a little bit of the Ali touch there, or even the Ray Leonards, but not yet, Joe. You're not quite in that company. So the last 10 seconds then.
Well, full credit to Delaney getting himself back into this because he really was out of his feet.
Well, the stare at the end of the round more or less said it all by Calzaghe, as if to say, well, what do you think of that? But I think maybe Delaney could say the same thing. Yeah, you hit me with your best shots, but I'm still here. So they're using that little end swell, it's called. I've often said like an iron in a doll's house, isn't it? It's in an ice pack, and then it's pushing that swelling down. Well, there's an interesting statistics there. I mean, Delaney, you can see by the rounds boxed, I mean, you know, that experience is going to count. But in this game, it's who you fought and not necessarily how many wins you've had. Just a little complaint there in the corner as we're watching this replay, Jim.
Calzaghe just a little bit over-anxious here. If he could just have maybe step back, but let you go through with that left hand. Yeah, and it certainly hurt him late there as he was on the floor.
Second round. What an opening. Manager Duff in Calzaghe's corner there was complaining to the referee, probably saying that Delaney maybe was laying his head on and that Calzaghe wasn't really holding and hitting. I think he was. What was it, Jim?
I think he was complaining about Delaney holding, but you can hardly blame him, Reg. He was on the verge of a knockout. You have to do anything to survive, and I think everybody's glad that he managed to do that.
Well,
but we're still sitting here enjoying the fight. Otherwise, I think it would have been all over.
Yeah. Mickey Duff certainly knew how to do that when he was boxing the clutch on for dear life, I'll tell you that. Saw him enough.
Calzaghe's deciding to become a little bit flash, dropping the hands and showing off a little bit. I'm surprised because he did a terrific job at the start of the first round. I thought he would have tried to pick that up again.
Well, he's got one round in the bank, that's for sure. They score by half points in the British title fights, not the full point as in world and Europeans. Well, the crowd felt that success, although Calzaghe felt the punch.
And I think Delaney needs something now just to give him that little bit of confidence. He's having problems with the southpaw stance of Calzaghe. And it's always dangerous leading a single jab to a southpaw. Look at that left hand again.
He can really hit with that southpaw left hand. Well, he hits with both, but that's his favourite one. There it is, sledgehammering really with it.
Now, this is where he should just calm down, settle up. He's one punch away once again from finishing this. He just wants to settle down and learn how to finish the job. I mean, I know he's finished most of them in the first round, but against a little bit more quality, you have to take your time and pick the punches.
So a minute to go in the second.
Certainly a tremendous start from Calzaghe. And every time he's landed cleanly with that left hand, he's shaking Delaney up.
A little bit of the Irish fighting spirit coming back there for Delaney, all right, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, it's a terrible start to a championship contest, almost knocked out in the first round, badly shaken in the second. You have to sympathise with him. Calzaghe just that little bit sharper all the way around than Delaney. Delaney needs, I think, to get through the first 3 or 4 rounds and start grinding opponents down. Calzaghe just a little bit too sharp at the moment.
No need for Calzaghe to do that little bit of showboating. Well, there it is, the 3 well-known corner men, or 2 anyway out of 3. Obviously, Dad knows more about the boy than anybody, but a couple of old pros will do the think tank stuff there for Calzaghe. Not sure that they approve necessarily with the arm dropping, but well, if that's his style, maybe that's worked for him. It certainly has so far.
So Delaney just missing a fair bit, but he's getting picked off very cleanly. So this is the problem. Every time Calzaghe gets through with that left hand cleanly, he's shaking Delaney up. Just a little bit scrappy, this bit of action.
Round 3.
Third round, and he joined us a bit late. The southpaw is the Welshman Joe Calzaghe, although London-born, as I've kept saying, and Mark Delaney from West Ham. And this arena in Brentwood really is, well, just a spot kick away from West Ham in terms of travelling. certainly it's overwhelming support here by Delaney from the East London fans.
Well, Delaney coming back with some good work. That's exactly what he needs, just to get some of that confidence back into his work.
Well, he's gritting his teeth all right, Delaney. I thought it was going to be all over in the first round, knowing Calzaghe's pedigree with 9 wins in the first. First defence of the championship. He beat a Scot who was then the vacant championship. Stephen Wilson at the Albert Hall in the 8th round.
Well, it's certainly as tough as we expected it to be, Reg. And 2 winning fighters at the start of their careers, and they're both fighting like it.
Great amateur experience, both of them.
The referee wants to break them up here. This is a little bit scrappy now.
Not too much Simon Pure style about this, though, Jim. This is really throwback, rough and stuff, pro stuff.
So that's one of the things about Calzaghe. I think just a little bit more smoother than his work. I mean, a great prospect, certainly a great talent, but it just has to smooth things up a little bit.
Minute to go in the third. It's just that second slow getting off there, though, Mark Delaney, although he's making a very gallant comeback.
See, he needs to get the early rounds behind him. The pace slows a little bit, then he can get some effective work done.
Yeah, that was a decent left hook there. He just sort of staggered slightly there, Calzaghe, I thought.
Calzaghe's still just that little bit sharper.
Yeah, it's as though Delaney doesn't quite know what to make of him at this stage, and maybe he's not that happy against the southpaw anyway.
Well, it's the southpaw stance, first of all, and the fact, I mean, Delaney is not quick. But Delaney, as I say, likes to grind opponents down, likes to work away steadily. And he just can't get to Calzaghe cleanly yet.
Got a little chorus of bubbles coming up there. They can see their man's making a decent and a very gallant comeback here, Delaney. A lot of fighters would have been finished in that opening round. Keeping that nosebleed under control if they can. So, father and son ex-pro there, Freddie. See, they're pinching it together, trying to stop that little bit of a nosebleed. Have a look at it again, Jim.
Well, some of the action in that round just maybe a little bit scrappy, but Delaney getting himself back into it a little bit better. As I say, if he gets the first 4 or 5 rounds behind him, then he can maybe do some effective work.
Well, there it is. Manager Duff showing him how to do it. And then when the bell goes, he'll be first out the ring like any sensible man would be. This is a bit of a rough place to be in there tonight. Into the fourth.
I'd like to see Calzaghe developing more of a decent jab, Reg. He doesn't do anything from behind the jab. He wants to sail in with that left hand all the time. You can get jobs done easier if you just develop a good, solid jab.
It tends to look a bit untidy at times for a fellow who was such a good amateur champion.
I think that's actually one of the reasons, Reg. You know, he moves straight in with the big shots. You know, he doesn't open up with the jab. He needs to make better use of that. I mean, he does have a good jab. I suppose with so many quick wins, he reckons he can take everybody out quickly. Certainly exciting to watch. That was a good punch there. Good body shot behind the elbow.
He picked it well, didn't he?
That's just what you expect to see. Just a little bit more thought and a little bit less punching. Just look for the target, pick it and get the punches home. He's doing that now. He's just standing off slightly, giving himself some more room. Delaney will have to get himself forward a little bit quicker. He's giving Calzaghe too much room to work here.
Is he just nicked under the left eye there, Delaney, or is that coming from the nose, Jim? They've had our back to us a bit this round.
It's difficult to say. There's a lot of blood coming from his nose, which is obviously problems with his breathing. Some good body shots from Calzaghe in this round.
He's really soaking it up now, Delaney.
This is really good work now from Calzaghe. This is as good as I've seen Calzaghe. This is kind of quality stuff that we keep expecting from him. Yeah, this is good stuff now. And a fellow who's won 3 ABA titles, Reg, you expect a bit of class, and we're seeing it just here.
Oh, yes, it's turned almost to brilliant touches at times here.
Well, nothing really going right for Delaney. He's shipping punishment, his face is becoming a little bit of a mess, and he's not really having any success. I couldn't blame him for becoming a little bit demoralised. He badly needs a little bit of success in this fight.
Coming up to the end of the 4th round then, and really in control here now, Calzaghe.
Yeah, big round for Calzaghe.
Big round, yeah. I don't know whether they can absorb all that information that's coming in there. The 2 wise old guys in the fight game there. Doesn't need to, he's well on top, and again.
See, in that round, Reg, he stood off slightly, give himself just a little bit more room, didn't get quite so involved with Delaney, and then he got a chance to show a little bit of quality. That was a real good round for the champion.
So he's coming down there from advice. That's game. Mark Delaney's brother, Gary. He must be concerned now. He's now a light heavyweight. 5th round. Of this scheduled 12 for the British Middleweight Championship. Super Middleweight, that's the 12-stone division. And all about that, we've had a few useful ones, haven't we? Steve Collins is a world champion. We've had Nigel Benn, Chris Eubank. Now we've got the great Roy Jones and Sugar Boy Malinga, the man who defeated Benn.
I think the super middleweight division has taken over from the middleweight as in one of the real quality divisions. A lot of money to be made. But I think Calzaghe really doing well here, but really has a lot of tightening up and a fair bit of learning to do. A lot of work to do, and a lot of raw talent here.
Yeah, he needs some European championship fights and things like that, Jim, still.
He's just really putting on a show now.
Yeah.
Delaney has no answer whatsoever here.
I think he's looking better than when he won the championship against the, well, the Scot wasn't quite reckoned in as strong as Delaney, I didn't think at the time, Stephen Wilson, but yeah, he struggled until he beat him, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he didn't struggle to win, but he struggled to look good. I think Wilson was a little bit negative that night and didn't give Calzaghe a chance to look good. But it wasn't really an impressive performance, but this is far more impressive so far. But a good smack in the chin there from Delaney, just reminding him it's not over yet.
Oh, as we well know, one punch in this game can certainly make all the difference, cancel out the arrears. Yeah,
every time
he can bang with that.
That's the one that's given Delaney all the problems.
Yeah, when he puts them together, his punches like that, a little salvos, Calzaghe, it won't take a lot for John Cole to step in.
See, he's standing off again, Reg. He's not getting involved, giving himself room to punch and wearing him down. I don't think Mr. Delaney has much left, Reg.
Now, I said that the referee wouldn't take too long to stop it if he was really under fire for the whole of this round.
See, Delaney's had no success. That's the problem here. If you're taking punches, but you're getting punches back home, you can let it go, but he's just shipping punishment.
I knew he would go in there, John Cole. He's right on the button there, and he saved this man. He couldn't go on like that. terribly marked up at the end there. Got all those bruises of battle. And a cocky, but what a confident defence there by Calzaghe anyway. And that seems to be the name of the game, doesn't it, these days? You've got to have a little bit of cockiness in there to draw some attention, and certainly the Welshman from one-time Hammersmith could well become a big name in the fight game if he's not already, as it was entitled to be, as British super middleweight champion. Knockdown, Jim. The writing was on the wall, as they say.
Well, by now the job was done. Calzaghe by this stage was actually enjoying himself. We waited to see the quality coming through, and Calzaghe certainly did that tonight. I think that was when the referee really having a good look at Delaney. Delaney had nothing left here. Shipping punishment, landing absolutely nothing. All he had left here was heart, and John Coyle picked it perfectly just to call it off.
Well, I said we didn't know how long it was going to last, what was going to happen, but we did say that Joe Calzaghe would throw a lot of punches and that he was unorthodox, and you certainly were, but you did the job and did it in style in the end.
I don't know about unorthodox, but I threw a lot of punches, yes. I realised I was a lot faster than Mark, although he's a very good fighter, and I don't want to, you know, diminish him in any way at all. But for super middleweight, my hand speed is phenomenal, and he just can't handle it. Plus, there's a lot of power in them punches. It may not look outside ringside, but every one of their punches, there's a lot of power, and you can see Mark's speed.
Let's start with the first round knockdown. Now, he's never been floored before.
Yeah, well, I hit him an uppercut, and I wobbled him, and that wasn't really an hard punch, that was an arm punch. So I caught him a sweet left hook on the chin, and I knew then, my instinct told me that he was going down. I was quite surprised, really. He went down so quick, but that was it.
Okay, well, let's talk about the end now. These are the two knockdowns in the last round.
I was a bit lazy in the second, third, and fourth round, and then, you know, I got told the corner to pick her up. I felt pretty fresh. I knew Mark was ready to go, so I picked up the pace, and the rest was history.
And this is the end. Referee had to stop it here.
I can't remember what punches were because it was so fast. But as I can see on the monitor there in slow motion, good punches, and all credit to Mark. He was very brave to even go as long as he did.
Yeah, he was certainly brave, but he was a plodder, as we said he was. And he obviously couldn't stand your power. Some interesting things here, though, Joe. I mean, no criticism, you're going brilliantly, but if you're going to look at the future, there's a lot of work to be done on Joe Calzaghe.
I'm not sure, really. I haven't been defeated in 7 years. I've had only 70 amateur fights. I won my last 53 amateur fights. Sorry, semi-professional fights. Last 53 amateur fights, 3 times ABA champion,